Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
A deadly virus in dogs is spreading in one local county, prompting a warning from animal experts. Thanks for being with us for the news here at 6 o'clock. I'm Kimberly Gill.
I'm Devin Skillian. The alert to pet owners tonight coming out of St. Clair County. The county's animal control says in just 2 weeks they have seen now 11 cases of parvovirus in dogs, and only one animal has managed to survive it. This happening in Port Huron Township, and the city of St. Clair. Megan Woods has the warning that they're putting out to dog owners.
We're here at St. Clair County Animal Control, where they're not just reminding dog owners to stay on top of their vaccinations, but to simply just pick up after their dog. It might be a gross ask, but with the recent trend they're seeing,
few weeks, we've seen 11 cases come in, mostly with deceased puppies or puppies that are near death.
It's the difference between life and death for not just your dog, but others too.
We tend to see parvovirus more in the spring and summertime, as there's lots of rain and snow melts that causes the virus to be spread into public walkways and sidewalks. It's spread through the fecal matter, so unvaccinated dogs with direct contact with each other, or if they have come in contact with another dog species.
Even if you don't live in St. Clair County, it's important to note, especially during the holiday season.
There's lots of family visiting each other, and frequently our pets come with us because they're family. So if your dog is having play dates with other dogs, or if other family members are visiting and bringing their pets to your home, have a conversation with your relatives about making sure that everybody's vaccinated.
She says that a dog shows symptoms within 4 to 5 days after exposure.
Significant bloody diarrhea. It also can cause fever, lethargy, and vomiting. If you see any of those sort of symptoms, it's really important to call your veterinarian.
It's something to look out for if you plan to get a new dog as a gift. 4 out of the 11 dogs that came in with the parvovirus were puppies from the same litter. They had a breeder that didn't believe in vaccinations. All 4 passed away. In St. Clair County, Megan Woods, Local 4.
Oh boy, this warning comes amid concerns of another dog virus, which is a still unknown respiratory illness that has now spread to 14 states. Michigan, not yet one of those states, but Indiana and Illinois are. We've got a list of the symptoms for that as yet unnamed virus, as well as those for parvo, under this story at clickondetroit.com.
The annual report on traffic crashes in southeast Michigan shows the numbers are going in the wrong direction. There were almost 129,000 crashes on roads in our region in 2022, a 3% jump from 2021. And there were 450 fatalities, a 5% increase, and higher than pre-pandemic years. The new report also spotlighting the intersections with the most crashes in our area. Jacqueline Francis is live with that part of the story for us tonight. Jacqueline.
We're here at number 4 on the list. That's at Pontiac Trail and Martin Parkway in Walled Lake. And I'm telling you, within 10 minutes of getting here, we witnessed a crash for ourselves here at the roundabout. Everyone was okay. And again, if you look behind me, this is a double lane roundabout, and 4 out of 5 of the top crash sites in southeast Michigan are at roundabouts. So that says a lot right there. If we take a look at the map, we can get a better idea of exactly where we are. Again, this is number 4 on the list of most common crash sites in southeast Michigan. Over the last 5 years, there's been an average of 98 crashes per year at this intersection, with 84 crashes happening here last year alone. And again, we saw one just this afternoon. It just cleared out of here a few moments ago. One spot down on that list at number 5 is going to be Van Dyke Avenue and M59 in Utica. This is not a roundabout. It's a standard intersection, but nonetheless, it takes the number 5 spot for most crashes. The 5-year average is 73 crashes a year, with 78 crashes last year alone. We know you want to know those top 3 crash sites. We're going to reveal those for you coming up at 11 o'clock, but I'll give you one hint. All 3 of them are roundabouts. Reporting live from Walled Lake, Jacqueline Francis, Local 4.
And the roundabouts are supposed to be safer.
So much safer, right? Yeah.
Okay, look forward to your report at 11. Jacqueline, thank you.
We are learning more tonight about why the closest fire engine did not respond when an SUV crashed into the Fillmore in downtown Detroit. We reported yesterday engine 1 right around the corner, refused the call. Another crew responded, but from further away. Well, there's more to the story. Sean Lay is live with more on what we've learned today. Sean.
Good evening. We broke this story, guys, yesterday at 6 o'clock that an SUV slammed into the theater, the Fillmore, right down the street and around the corner. That's what the theater is. Well, who got the call to respond? Engine number 1 that is so close by, but that crew said they were not going to respond. They were out of service doing paperwork inside. We had an intense focus on the response here. That did not happen. I could have cleared up a lot more on the response that did happen. Let's clear that up right now. Most of us are under the impression when a call comes into a crew of firefighters, they drop everything and go. When a vehicle crashed into the Fillmore box office this week, the first crew called was Engine 1. That's a firefighting crew, and they are stationed right around the corner. The crew told dispatch they were out of service. Dispatch apparently did not know an engine so close by was out of service. The crew was at the firehouse completing paperwork from an earlier run. Department sources showing us DFD policy that states paperwork should be completed at the run they were just on and not take themselves out of service. That is under investigation. But in reporting that a Detroit Fire crew so close by did not go to the crash, left the impression there was a big delay in total response. I don't want to give impressions, I want to give facts. Detroit Fire says it was not given a chance to explain, something I will clear up right now.
You know, pretty disappointed that you guys didn't do more research with the fire department, let us respond. But secondly, I do want to emphasize that we had an ambulance on the scene in about 4 minutes, and we had the fire companies on the scene in about 7 minutes, and they carry water and they have extrication tools as well.
Is that what should happen? That, okay, the squad's going to handle this if there's a fire?
No, well, they had an engine en route. They just didn't have the one that was a couple blocks away. But like I said, we're doing an internal investigation on that.
DFD says when those on the scene determined there was no fire, the next engine called to the Fillmore was told to turn around and was not needed. There was a fire squad truck with water at the Fillmore in case the SUV or the building caught on fire. If Engine 1 was out of service, DFD says they don't go, even though a vehicle crashed into the building so close to them.
While they were busy on their paperwork, there were other people that were responding priority 1 to this scene. And we had fire department personnel on scene within minutes.
Back here live. Bottom line here, all this remains under investigation to see if this crew broke any violations or policies within the department. We're live downtown tonight. Sean Lay, Local 4. Back to you.
All right, Sean.
General Motors is assessing the financial impact of the 6-week UAW strike. The automaker is saying today its earnings took a $1.1 billion hit due to lost production while workers were out. As for the new union contract itself, which includes substantial raises for hourly workers, GM expects that to increase the cost of making a vehicle by about $500 next year. Experts believe consumers will only see limited price increases due to market competition. In order to make up for those lost earnings and increased labor costs, GM plans to cut spending on electric vehicles and scale back its autonomous vehicle unit, Cruise.
Some people call the NFL the no-fun league, and there is really not much leeway in the NFL anymore in terms of the uniforms that players can wear on the field.
But the Lions will be sporting some custom gear this Sunday when they take on the Saints in New Orleans. They'll be wearing colorful cleats supporting their favorite causes. Pamela Osborne has more from inside the locker room.
A lot of times we know football players known for their swag off of the football field. That all changes this Sunday when they get an opportunity to shout out their favorite charities.
These guys are tough. There's no doubt about that. They put their whole hearts into every play. But come Sunday, you'll see what else they hold close.
Me and my dad had to use my best friend, so to be able to honor him in any way.
Rags Remembered is Frank Ragnow's charity.
In honor of my dad, who passed away as a heart attack when I was a junior in college.
Kids grieving the loss of a parent or loved one can find comfort by gaining access to nature through Rags Remembered.
I had 2 aunts who definitely battled with breast cancer.
Tracy Leonard Walker III is spotlighting the Stephanie Spielman Fund for breast cancer research.
You know, I just want to continue to spread awareness and just understand that everybody goes through it, no matter whether it's your status, whatever position position you're in life, you know, we all go through it. We all know somebody or have someone or siblings that deal with it.
I represent a farm, which is financial assistance for Renaissance Men.
Detroit native Anthony Pittman will represent 2 different organizations with one common thread.
So I'm all about men being better for their families, for themselves.
Ifantu Melifanu is hoping to help young athletes through the Frank Ortega Foundation, which covers the cost of registration and equipment. Kids need to play.
It really hit home with me because I was one of those people when I was growing up, either family friend or coaches would pay for, you know, my equipment.
As you saw, so many unique causes and charities these players really want to highlight. We're posting more information about them on our website, clickondetroit.com. And here's the best part. The Lions are going to match all donations up to $100,000. I'm Pamela Osborne, Local 4.
Well, some really great causes.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, that's great. Well, we've just gotten into the cold weather. That's all. It just feels kind of raw.
It does. It really does. But we did see some sunshine today, so that made it nicer. Let's get over to Kim Adams for how the rest of the week is shaping up, Kim.
Well, the sun really does make everything better. Right now, temperatures are in the low 30s, 30 in downtown Detroit, 32 in Howell, 32 in Pontiac, and 31 in Adrian. It's chilly out there tonight. Even though temperatures are in the upper 20s to low 30s, when you factor in the wind, it has felt like it's only in the 20s throughout the entire day. 23, the current wind chill in Ann Arbor, 21 at Metro, mid-20s City Airport in Mount Clemens, 26 Pontiac, mid-20s down in Monroe. Now, it is a little warmer than it was yesterday by about 4 or 5 degrees on the east side, west side, a little warmer, 10 degrees warmer right now than it was just 24 hours ago in Ann Arbor. Tomorrow, we get much warmer, 28 in the morning, so it starts out cold, but by the afternoon, little mix of clouds and sun gets us up to a high of 46. But then take a look at this temperature trend. It's just all over the place. And we do have another chance for snow that we need to talk about for the end of the week coming up.